Hi, my name is Lauren and I am a nursing student at the University of Michigan. Throughout my presentation, I will be explaining one of my patients to you and information about their health assessment. My patient is a 90-year-old African American female. Her occupation throughout life was a waitress. My patient is usually cared for by St. Joseph Mercy Hospital in Ann Arbor. My patient was admitted to Heartland Healthcare Center for chronic knee pain and the inability to perform daily tasks on her own. Patient was a past heavy drinker but denies current alcohol consumption. Her psychosocial data includes that the patient has no husband and no children. She has very few family ties. Patient identifies as a Christian. She continued with her education long enough to finish high school, but did not go on for higher education. Patterns of healthcare over a lifetime were regular throughout her life. Patient has a well-balanced diet, and she sleeps on average 9 hours a night. Patient does physical activity at least once a day. My patient has type 2 diabetes that developed on September 10, 2011. She also has hypertension, osteoporosis, biliary calculi, dementia, and COPD. She is up to date on all of her vaccinations thus far, including influenza, tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis. She has no drug allergies. Patient has no history of past surgeries. On February 12, 2014, patient fell while at Heartland Hospital and bruised her shoulder. Patient has a past history of depression and constipation, but there are no recent signs of either health issue, and the onset date is unavailable. Patient has several medications for pain management, bone strength, diabetes, and COPD. Patient's vital signs were stable. Her blood pressure was 154/67. Her temperature was 97.9 degrees Fahrenheit, taken orally. Her respiration was 18. Her pulse was 74. Her height is 64 inches. Her weight is 146.2 pounds. Her BMI is 25.1. For System 1, I performed a lungs and thorax exam on my patient due to her COPD. I found that she had posterior tactile fremitus. There was also wheezing heard during auscultation. Her AP diameter was 2:1. Patient complained of occasional shortness of breath. She uses an inhaler for when her COPD causes her trouble. Patient has no family history of respiratory diseases. For System 2, I performed a musculoskeletal exam on my patient due to chronic knee pain and arthritis. She stated in the interview that she does have joint pain. Her joint pain occurs in her right shoulder, where she fell on February 12, 2014, along with pain in her right knee. Patient needs a walker to move from place to place. Her range of motion was very limited in her shoulders, as her flexion was limited to nearly 90 degrees. She had fine movement in her hips and knees, although needed support while doing so. Two other pertinent systems that are important when referring to my patient's history are peripheral vascular and abdominal. Peripheral vascular would be performed due to the risk of diabetic neuropathy. The New England Journal of Medicine refers to diabetic neuropathy as a type of nerve damage that occurs in one who has diabetes. High blood sugar can cause severe damage to the nerves, especially in the lower extremities. Apart from tight glycemic control, no other evidence-based treatments are known to prevent neuropathy. The other pertinent system would be abdominal, due to the patient's past constipation and bowel movement issues. The New England Journal of Medicine notes that constipation can lead to the colon becoming severely distended with fecal stasis, which can then compress the abdominal organs and elevate the diaphragm, which can be very dangerous and lead to the necessity of multiple enemas. Under the patient's current conditions and inability to perform daily tasks on her own, she is permitted to stay in Heartland for the remainder of her life. As the knee pain is diminished, she still struggles primarily with COPD and dementia.